Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video we are going to talk about the Hero 12 Black versus the Hero 9. I have a 9, but I had a chance to test the 12 and try and find out whether or not this was something I wanted to upgrade to. Now the 9 is a happy coincidence because it's the first one in the series of GoPros that shares with the 10, 11 and 12 now the same accessories. Most of the stuff will work from 9 to 12 right off the bat. So batteries, the media mod, lenses, those things will probably fit all of these models. But as far as I found out, having just the 9 and 12, they both shared the same format. So the same form factor, the same accessories, as I said. So let's do this comparison. As you can see here, I have some footage going around, and I've shot the 9 in 4K 60p linear with a horizontal leveling, flat coloring. There's no color grading. Next to it, there's the 12 in 4K 60p linear flat. These are the two most probably compatible or the closest to one another that we have. Then there's the Hero 12 in the bottom left corner at 5K 60p, still same lens, ungraded, but now we have 5K resolution being shrunk down to a 50% in this video. So there's more pixels. I wonder whether or not this is going to be more maybe define like sharper, better quality in general. And then just for kicks, I've shot the Hero 12 4K 60p with HDR. And I have to say that right off the bat, the HDR obviously seems more graded and suitable for a lot of changes in contrast and brightness. Some scenes are overexposed to the light, others are underexposed, so that looks really nice. But it's not my main concern for testing. More so, probably, I'm going to really concentrate on the 4K 60p versus the 5K 60p because the Hero 9 cannot shoot at 60 frames per second in 5K. The Hero 12 can do 5K at 60p. So if I were doing that, I would probably shoot at 5K because then I can zoom in more. I'm just gonna have better zooming factor, more pixels in are always going to be better. So you can tell that the 9 doesn't quite have the color, the vibe, maybe even the lens quality of the 12 right there. It just doesn't quite fit somehow the image that the 12 just presents us. I think it's just a little bit deeper. It's got a little bit more of a natural look, but the greens, are more tailored. It's just somehow it just fits the bill better. The 12 is looking like it's a better lens, but it doesn't end here because what I did is I zoomed in into some of the areas and I just wanted to see if there was kind of a better detail, like a better ISO management, like less noise, a little bit more of a higher quality camera feel in overall. And I think still here the 12 has a little bit of an edge. So from 9 to 12, for sure, there is a technical improvement of sorts, and you can see that. So these scenarios are really nice. I've gone from the garden part to more of a woody area that has a little bit more shade and it's just not overexposed. It just looks nice. Obviously, the HDR looks fantastic. It's just always averaging, but it's not really my main focus just to do the HDR part. Also, I cannot level the horizon on the HDR, which might be something that you want to do when shooting things so dynamically. So here we switch to the actual 4K of the 12. I'm zooming even 2 times and it looks nice. I have to say maybe right off the bat, it just has a little bit more of kind of a deeper feeling. And I think also that there's a little bit more of a density in here that the 9 just doesn't have. It's a little bit flatter somehow. You look at the background where the sun is, it's nice. It's not even 5K, so we're going 1:1 from the resolution we have. But It's just an improvement for sure. There's a lot of years, it's significant the time that went from 9 to 12 for sure. So it shows that it's just better. Now, here we do kind of a different test. I want to see if there's a noticeable difference without zooming between the 4K and the 5K at 60p. So this is the same footage, but now I'm going to run pretty much back to back the 5K and the 4K. So now we switched to 5K. It is sharper for sure because there's just more pixel being pushed into our, viewport of 4K resolution. So again, what I see here compared to the 9 right off the bat with the same white balance, there's just a better green. This is more true to what was happening at the moment in the garden. The sun was kind of settling down and there's just that feel. So between the 4 and 5, I gotta say that, again, I would probably use the 5 because I can zoom in more. But even the 4 is really good. And this is still ungraded. The sharpness is low. I managed to get the ISO maximum at 400. It is a better camera than the 9. But the price difference is, not completely useless. When you take a look at it and you see the deals you get between a 12 and a 9, especially if you already have a 9 laying around, I think that we can also learn that with a little bit of retouching, things can work out. So this is really, really cool footage. The 5K definitely, again, will allow me to zoom more. So why not? I would use the 5K 60p. And this is the 9 now. And so this is the 4K 60p linear flat, same everything, but we switched the camera to the 9. All of a sudden, I was like, this is not too bad. It is a little bit flatter. There's less sense of depth. Look at the background with the trees right there. It just feels better. I don't know. There's something about the 12. It's just a better lens sensor. I have no idea. But the 4 isn't, the 9 at 4K isn't really bad. I can tell there's a little bit more noise in the background. But certainly it does its job. I mean, you can see what's being recorded. So I thought that maybe I could take a look at a little bit of a different footage before moving to grading, and I said, how about moving to the 5K? So we're gonna get our eyes tuned on the 5K 60p, because then what I did is I sampled a little bit of a profile from the 5K 60 and I transferred that in grading to the 9 at 4K. I was able to kind of get the 9 to kind of look nice. Look here. We moved from ungraded to graded. And I gotta say that just because of how things changed, the background is also better. We're now back to the 12 and 5K. And I mean, we're getting very, very close. Yes, okay, this is native, so it will get you a better result. But this is now the 9 graded. And it's looking fine. The foreground versus background is cooler. This is the 12 ungraded. So now I think the 9 has an edge. Obviously, if you grade the 12, you'll probably get a better result. But again, is this really something that sets the 12 miles apart? Well, now we have the 12 on the left and the 9 graded on the right. And I think that, I mean, if you can find a good deal, or if you, like me, have the 9 already, there's really no reason to just rush to get the 12. Yes, there's a lot of things that the 12 can do that the 9 can't, but I think this kind of settles it for me. I'll keep the 9. If you've watched until this point of the video, thank you. I've recently lost one of my closest friends to depression and decided to start this channel to raise awareness of it. Life can be tough, but it's still full of amazing things, and family, friends, and a strong community can get you through everything. I want this channel to be a reminder of the good things we all have. If you like this content and want to support me, please take a look at my Patreon. Thank you, and until next time, this is Rizzo signing off.